you calling me a liar, Jack Walker?
I'm only saying them two's from Flying Horse.
I have not been near the Flying Horse for a month.
Now, see, they put a little rubber stamp on labels so as they know it's theirs.
That's no stamp. It's a bit of Dolly Blue or something. They're yours.
One and a tanner for the others, but I can't take what's not mine. Besides, I've little enough room for empties in backyard as it is.
Right, you might as well draw up a chair to count, and I am not budging till we've settled this.
Excuse me, will you? Well, what can I get you, lad?
Hello, Mr. Walker. Ladies, nothing for me, thank you, Mr. Walker. I was just wondering, that is, I wouldn't be asking if it weren't vital.
You know where it is. I wondered how long it'd be.
Oh, thanks very much, Mr. Walker. And just to show willing, there's me fourpence.
There you go, they're all saying, come back from London, flashing the money about.
Well, can I get you anything?
You can get me a tanner for those 2 bottles.
Now, don't start that again, Mrs. Sharples.
You have obligations as a landlord, Jack Walker, and one of them is honouring debts on bottles.
She's right, you know.
Now, look, Mrs. Sharples, it isn't the money, but Annie says we've got to draw a line. Folk bring milk bottles, vinegar bottles, dandelion and burdock bottles, even medicine bottles, and they swear blind that they bought them here.
I am very careful with my bottles. I keep a tally of them. They are yours.
Mrs. Sharples, I keep a pub, and I'm not a dustbin man.
Well, thanks very much, Mr.
That's
Walker.
all right,
Oh,
lad.
hello, Dennis. You're settling down nicely.
Hello, Mrs. Caldwell. Yes, but the pace here is a bit slower than it is in the smoke.
Well, what did bring you back, Dennis? Couldn't you stand the tube trains and the moving staircases?
No, well, it was the talent that's brought me back, you know. All the stars of tomorrow playing up here in the clubs today. Well, I'll have to be going.
Oh, I wish you'd come back when Jed was here. He hadn't any close friends.
Yeah. Well, I'll see you after.
He hasn't come back with any better manners, I see.
Oh, well, I expect he wanted to get back to try and help the bailiffs. Help you? The bailiffs? They're not here. My God, they are and all. Hey, just look at that table. You can see from here it's had some knocking about. Ooh, she has got some cheap stuff as that Elsie Tanner.
Come away, will you?
Well, I echoes like come away. And you ought to be ashamed of yourself coming in here without letting on. Standing there talking to Dennis Tanner just as if it was an ordinary day.
Oh, Martha, it's not polite to stare at people's troubles. We came in here so we shouldn't look, didn't we, Mr. Tatlock?
Aye. And I didn't like to let on to Dennis because I thought it might embarrass him.
Come on, Ina, it'll all be gone.
I've got better things to do than go for Elsie Tanner's utility suite. Go yourself.
I can't go by myself, Ina. It looks nosy on your own. Oh, come on. Look, if it's the tanner you're worried about, I'll give it you myself. Here, there you are. Come on, we're missing it all.
Oh, well, I suppose I better keep my eye on you. I don't want to make a scene.
They're gutting the house.
Ah, well, she was always running around with holes in her plugs when she was a little girl, Elsie Tanner. Her mum never had any furniture. It's family failings repeating themselves.
Ooh, they'll have now left.
If you knew your law of landlord and tenant, you'd know they can't take everything.
I do. They can't take her bed nor the tools of her trade.
No, as far as Elsie Tanner's concerned, that's the same thing.
Hey, did you see that sideboard?
I've got a dust around the back of it since VE Day.
Oh, and it had things chalked on the back. Santa Fe Trail. And somebody been trying to carve their initials on top.
Aye, always was a wild little lad, was Dennis Tanner.
Do you think them 2 men would like a cup of tea? Oh, well, I just thought they looked tired and it's rather heavy furniture. Oh, well, if you think so.
Are you all right there, Mrs. Sharples, or would you care to come down in the 2 and 9s?
You mind your own business, Mrs. Tanner, and I'll mind
I
mine.
just thought you might have a better view, that's all.
Look, don't you think you better keep quiet? It's a long time since I saw bailiffs on Coronation Street. You've nothing to be proud of.
You ticket-faced monkey, so I'm going in the tone of the street, am I?
Aye, well, if anybody's an expert at that game, it's you.
Oh, just because somebody sits up for herself and stands up for her rights, you wait and see, Mrs. Sharples. One of these days you'll be sorry.
Can't stand these half and half people. When you start, I think you should be able to follow it through.
It was you as told us to pay her rent in the first place.
I know, but once you got the bailiffs in, she should have given them a better run for their money. I mean, when they come back, they think we're all soft.
Do you remember when Mrs. Jarvis barricaded herself in for a week? I did think she was brave.
Oh, she just wanted some attention. Her husband had just left her. Wasn't a question of principle.
Are you all right in there, Mrs. Sharples?
Don't let on.